Now, as we continue to pay tribute to the fallen legendary broadcaster Bob Mabena, who passed away yesterday, we're now joined on the line by Cultural and Creative Industries Federation of South Africa's Secretary-General, Ayanda. Ayanda, very good morning to you, and thank you for joining us as we reflect and look at the work of a man who's been described as an iconic radio personality over 3 decades of contribution to the cultural activity and art space. As you reflect on such a man, what legacy does he leave behind?
Yeah, I think good morning, but thank you very much for inviting us. Bob Mabena, he has contributed a lot into the broadcasting community and also the creative sector as a whole. The legacy that is leaving is the contribution of him opening opportunities for the artists, the DJs specifically, and the broadcasters who wanted to be on radio and others to be on TV. So that's the legacy that is living as the legacy legend of the broadcast.
And how does his contribution level up in terms of the impact that he's made on his listeners and aspirational journalists and DJs and entertainers in the space?
Yes, the impact that he has made, you check when he started at the age of 19, and he never looked back in terms of developing himself as a broadcaster, developing himself as a journalist, and making sure that whenever that he goes on radio, whenever he goes on TV, the research that he do about an artist, the research that he do about the person that is going to interview or interact with, it will tell you that the level of his interaction when it comes to interviewing people or artists specifically, it was on another level, and we're going to struggle to find a person of his nature or caliber in the broadcasting industry.
As you speak about the broadcasting industry and the body that you represent in terms of culture and arts in South Africa, as we look at the sector and we look at its current state right now with the impact of coronavirus, many losing their jobs within the broadcasting media space, what sort of words of encouragement, just really gathering from the impact that a radio personality such as Bob Mabena had on the industry, what sort of lessons perhaps are to be learned here when it comes to the importance of perseverance within a challenging climate, a challenging industry such as the media and broadcasting industry?
Yes, the word of courage is to say actively to focus and find and use all the opportunities that are presented to themselves during this difficult time. And as Bob did not succumb and fold his arm when things were difficult. He continued to go and work to become the broadcaster as he did, and artists should not stop practicing what they are doing as they are living. And we have got platforms such as visuals that can always keep them busy and in terms of rebranding or branding themselves during this difficult time. It is a challenging time, we understand. The country is closed. We are trying to find ways of making means of income, and shouldn't stop them that we are facing these challenges. They should always practice what they do best.
Ayanda, let's talk very briefly now about the importance of reinvention within the media space. I mean, we've heard and we've seen Bob's work throughout the 3 decades, where he moved from music radio to talk radio, constantly reinventing himself throughout the decades to survive in an industry such as this. How important is that?
It is very important because Bob, like you are saying, he spent 3 decades in the broadcasting industry, and he was able to move from radio to TV, from TV to radio again. And he did not confine himself to say there's a particular space only that you can operate as a creative person or as a broadcaster. You need to explore yourself and use any opportunities that are around you. Bob managed to brand himself around TV when we knew him from the radio broadcasting alone. But he was able to invent himself and transform himself to a level that he was as a person. He's dying as a legend because he was able to reinvent himself. He never got stuck in one situation or in one fame or in one creative agenda that he wanted to do.
Thank you so much for your time and input there. The Cultural and Creative Industries Federation of South Africa's Secretary General, Ayanda Roda, speaking to us there about the importance of reinvention and reimagining yourself within the broadcasting space. We return now to the Commission